Good morning, Chatty House.
Hi, everybody. Hi. Hello.
Good morning, Chatty House.
Hello.
Russ Dog.
Hey, got the bell today. Congratulations, Russ Dog.
Warren in here. Stephen C. Miss Mac 10 in here. What's up? Pray for Mojo. Gabriella. Good morning. Germs. S.A. Carpenter. Yeah.
Yep. I spent 9 minutes looking over this last night to make sure I had it right.
That's why we appreciate you. So, yeah, I'll write about you on the board.
Yeah,
I got
please.
you.
You guys killed me.
What?
The stack. Just look at the stack and delete it. Like if you know.
Yeah, but that's what I did the other day, and I still messed it up.
We'll pick it up.
So what I did was I looked at it last night when I set everything up, and I went, okay, is this right? And I ran through it. I was like, okay, spot.
Double checked it.
Stop, set ends, legal, intro, set mode. Like that's it. I went through and I'm looking and I made sure all of it
Locked in.
I can't mentally. I'm on my last thread.
I got you.
I cannot mentally deal with myself fucking up again. Anybody else messing up, not a problem. I mess up, no. Take a long walk, short bridge, or short cliff, short bridge doesn't make sense.
Wherever it might be, I don't know.
Well, if the bridge is short and it's a long walk, that makes sense, I guess.
Ew. Yeah, that. It's fine. Everything's fine. Facts. All right, here we go. Vibes are up on a Friday. Good morning, everybody. Jesse Tapia is there. I'm Kyle Madsen. Joe Brazil behind the glass. And it is Friday, February 6th.
6th. I almost said 5th. 6th.
Nope, 6th.
Yes.
Yesterday, I went through the whole day thinking it was the 4th.
Nice.
Because we have our rundown where we put kind of what we're going to talk about, just an outline of what we're doing for the day, and our show prep, for lack of a better term. And I was looking... there's the date at the top of the run. And if I don't change that, I will be off on the date all day. And so I never changed it yesterday. And so I went through the whole day yesterday thinking it was the 4th.
Yeah, that's tough.
I got bills due on the 6th. And I'm like, I got another day.
I got a couple of days. No
I got
worries.
till Monday. Bills are due on Saturdays.
Yeah.
Then my wife's like, no, it's the 5th. I'm like, no, honey, the rundown very clearly says.
Did you check it?
It's the 4th.
Yeah. No, look, pull up the rundown.
Yeah, like, look at the calendar. No. Look at my rundown. A day later, the NBA trade deadline has passed, and I want to get into that. But we've got NFL awards, and you were hot.
Yeah.
Because of what happened at the NFL honors ceremony last night.
Yeah, awards are dumb.
Very good.
That's my take. Awards are dumb.
We'll get to
Throw
that.
them all out.
And we have a ton of Super Bowl 60 coverage for you. Tide is the official sponsor of Odyssey's big game coverage. Tune into ESPN 1320 all week long for nonstop previews and analysis leading up to kickoff on February 8th. Sunday, February 8th. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide. Jake Gadon from CBS 13. He's going to join us at 8 o'clock. We got a possible massive trade in the NFL that could be happening that we didn't get to yesterday that we'll get to today. But we're a day after the NBA trade deadline.
Yes, we are.
I don't have any more. I don't have anything to add to how the Kings operated. I think we're all on the same page that it was disappointing.
Yeah, I've kind of just moved forward, and it's like, okay, how ugly is this gonna get the rest of the season? Are we going full tank mode now?
Yes. Yeah, and that's when you start saying, okay, how do you move forward? This season, Yeah, it's full tank mode.
Yeah, like Domantas Sabonis is here, Zach LaVine's here, DeMar DeRozan's still here. It's just now, how are they going to operate? Are they just shooting for that top pick?
Yeah, can you? So that's what I've kind of been trying to, because I feel intensely pessimistic because of just how disappointing the trade deadline was. But I'm also trying to operate in the space that, like, okay, we're here now. So this is the plan. This is the path they've chosen for now. This is the path they've chosen to go down. So what's kind of the next step here? The next step is to develop your young players as much as humanly possible. I know that's been the goal all season, but for me, that is now step one. If you think that starting Max Reynaud and Dylan Cardwell is the best thing for them, start them.
Yeah.
If you think starting Nick Clifford at point guard or shooting guard or small forward, whatever, if that's best for him, do that thing and work around that. Wins and losses.
We're past that. I'm sorry. Yes.
So far past
for the professional sports team, we're beyond wins and losses right now. Okay.
Yes.
Like, no, in reality, yes, that's just kind of the position they put themselves in. And it's like, all right, there's 4 other teams in the NBA right now that are probably going to shoot for that top pick in the draft.
At least.
Yes, you don't want to be that team that's like, oh, yeah, whatever, fine with the 5th or whatever. Like, no, you kind of need to be a part of that group going forward.
Yeah.
I mean, you're also going to try to develop Maxime right now, Dylan Cardwell, Nick Clifford, and I mean, whoever you feel like is going to work with you going forward. But also, like, yes, Darren Peterson, we need you.
The goal is, and we talked about this a lot in the offseason, how there were people when the season started, they were like, tank. No, we've lost the plot. The Kings had enough good players that you could squint and talk yourself into them being in the play-in mix if you really wanted to. I wasn't there, but a lot of people were, and I got it. I understand.
Yeah, I thought going into the season, I think their ceiling was going to be around 41 wins, and
right,
very not much. Yeah,
ceiling,
very
right,
much
right.
not that.
So I get why going into the year, and Kenny said this from D'Lo and KC. He said we've lost the plot with this. Like, the goal is to win games when in sports.
Yeah,
you want to see your team win every time they play, and I agree with that. But on the other hand, the other goal is a championship. The other goal is to make the playoffs and to hoist the Larry O'Brien trophy. And so for the Kings, that's what this rebuild is about, is trying to get to championship contention. And we might be 6, 7, 8 years away from that. Even if this goes well, we might be that far away from this. But that's what this season is now about. And it's been what it's about for the last couple of weeks. The trade deadline did not bring this revelation, but
this is now we're all here finally.
Right. We're like,
this is what it actually is now.
Yes. There's no, what happens to Domas? There's no, okay. All right. We're moving past that. This is what the team has. Zach LaVine's an expiring contract now, though. That's exciting. You could possibly move Domas in the offseason and accelerate this in a certain way. But when you're focused on what does the rest of this season look like, because we got whatever it is, 20, 30 games left. Is that what it is? 12 and 40 they are? Boy, that's bad.
Yeah.
12 and
about 30 games left, yeah.
12 and 40. So yeah, there's 30 games left, math. And you want I got to the young guys already, and you want to lose as many games as possible.
Yep.
And that's just what this is. So going forward, I think there's plenty of reason to watch and to follow along. And if you're excited about Nick Clifford, stay locked in. If you're excited about Dylan Cardwell, stay locked in, because I think what we're going to see is those guys are going to play a lot. Devin Carter played well the other night.
No, he did.
We didn't talk about that a ton on the show, but Devin Carter, I think, made an impact on that game. Yeah, played well enough in those minutes to, hey, we'll see some Devin Carter minutes. What does this look like with a real opportunity around other young players? So that's where we're at right now. It is super not the place anybody wanted to be. I was hoping that there would be a deal at the trade deadline and they would take a swing and they would have hit the fast forward button on whatever this is, but they didn't. So where do we go now? If you want to sit here and be pissed off,
more power to you.
Like, salute. I've done that before. I've done that with plenty of A's seasons where in April, I'm like, all right, I'm out.
I did that last football season.
Yeah, man. Like, you just, but this is where it's going. This is not apples to apples, but try and follow me here. It's like the Sharks last year, the San Jose Sharks last year. That was not a good hockey club. But you see Macklin Celebrini, you see Will Smith, and there's these reasons to watch. You get and again, it's not apples to apples. Those guys are very, very good. Macklin Celebrini's on his way to being one of the best players in the sport, or is already among the best players in the sport. But there's fun and there's enjoyment to be had, because that's what all this is. This is all fun. And it sucked yesterday and the day before that. Like, I get it. But this is all supposed to be fun. So how do we find the fun in it? I'm trying.
Yeah.
The fun for me is, again, last year you saw it was young players and okay, they lost. It's not gonna ruin my night. I'm not mad they lost, but when they go up 2-0 on the Avalanche, or a really good team, when they go to, it's like, oh hey, this is super exciting. Like, oh, how fun. You start to see, and again, it's not apples to apples, but I think that's what the rest of this Kings season is gonna be for me.
Yeah, with the Kings, like I think with the Kings, less about having fun if you're a fan and just more so, all right, you're just kind of locked into that draft lottery and that pick next year.
Yeah, 100%.
And kind of you're watching for development with Max and Dylan and Neek and those guys.
That doesn't mean it can't be fun.
Brother, it's gonna be tough. I don't know how fun can you make it for guys that maybe you expect are gonna be just role players and things like that.
Not as fun as having the best rookie in the sport, who looks like he's going to be the next Sidney Crosby.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to compare it to the Sharks, but just more so it's like,
and
I think there's a ceiling there, so I think you limit expectations. And
100%.
I think just with this Kings team, it's just more so like, yeah, you want to see steady development, but I think there's a kind of a cap there on the fun meter, I guess.
I agree.
Yeah,
it is way different if it's Darren Peterson getting all this burn, right?
Yeah, like next year, what you're talking about next year, like if they were to land a top 3 pick or even the top 5, when they land a top 3 pick. Well, you got on the board Dan Peterson, Sacramento Kings. So.
I did. I wrote it down.
Yeah, we'll see. But
I'm trying this because I spend so much time as a sports fan being negative, and worrying about the thing that hasn't happened yet. I'm just gonna start manifesting.
That's really interesting, because I was literally trying to run through somewhat of this thought process the other night, where I was like, you know what, you're right. This is supposed to be fun. And I did kind of fall back a little bit on, well, it's nice seeing a different dynamic, seeing the younger guys play, see how they gel, how well they can do. But it's just ironic, because literally the other night I was sitting there thinking, man, you know what? This is supposed to be fun for me. Like, I'm watching this for enjoyment.
Yes, but you know the team sucks right now. I'm sorry, but they do. Like, I'm sorry, but they do. Like you can only find so much out of that.
I agree.
It's true.
You're not gonna
there's no like, oh, we get to watch the good old ball game today, and
but it's perfect. It's not that. But if they're down 20 in the first quarter, you can just go do something else.
Yeah, do your laundry while the game's on.
You've got it on in the background. You take a look. Oh wow, Devin Carter, what a dunk! Wow, okay, a little highlight play. But hey, if it's close down the stretch against the Grizzlies, cool. And if you lose that game, dang, shoot. But hey, one step closer to the top pick.
Yeah, we're talking about acceptance right now then.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all this is. And I agree with you. There's limits to how much fun you can have with a 12-40 basketball team that doesn't appear to have a future star on its roster. I'm totally with you, and I'm not trying to tell somebody that this is the best season in Kings history. In fact, it's one of the worst. But I'm just trying to find something out of this, because I have to, because it's my job to get on here 5 days a week and talk about this team. And I cannot continue to put myself in the space that I was in the last couple of games, or the last couple of days, where I'm going to sit in here and just go, well, one day closer to the season being over. You guys watch any college basketball last night? I'm not subjecting myself to college basketball.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't think you have to be there, but just more so, it's just kind of like, yeah, you lock in because you're a fan, and we cover because we cover the team. Like I said earlier, we just accept what it is, but there's a common goal now, I guess. Like, at least there's a goal to look forward to. That's what I can acknowledge. There's a goal to look forward to.
Right. We know what it all is now. There's no speculating. We can all move forward with our lives.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, if we watch this game tonight against the Clippers and it is close down the stretch and there's 6 minutes to go and I see Zach LaVine or DeMar DeRozan or Domantas Sabonis step foot on the floor, I will be mad.
See what? Find a silver lining in that, Kyle. You want to be the silver linings guy?
No, there won't be. That would be because that runs counter to everything I'm talking about. It's like, okay, if we're accepting this, then let's accept it all the way. It's young guys to close the games, like we saw against Memphis. It is a deep rotation. Okay, yeah, Daquan Plowden. Let's see what you got. Isaiah Stevens. Let's see what you've got. Go ahead. Go play. Go figure it out. Devin Carter. Here's some minutes.
Is Domas part of that group? The Zach Levines, where it's like, yeah, get the vets, like you're not playing the fourth quarter, because he does have some years on his contract left. It's not like he's an expiring now. Where it's
he
like,
is 100% in that group.
But he still could be here for a couple years, and we're gonna do that for a few years.
Yes. If he's not,
there's no aspect of like trying to make him part of this, and I don't want to, but I'm just asking the question.
I think that ship sailed.
Okay.
I don't think that's going to be a thing. If it is, okay, maybe we're gonna have a different conversation. But even if it is, like, all right, let's go to that world. Let's go to the world where Scott Perry and Doug Christie sat down and said, hey, Domas, we'd really like to, you got a couple years left, but we'd really like to sit down at some point in the next offseason and maybe talk extension and maybe figure out if there's a way that you can be the tip of the spear here, the guy who is the veteran presence, who's going to be an all-star, who's around to oversee the development of these young players, and we think you'll have good basketball left when we're back in the playoffs. Great. Okay. The best way to do that is for him to be as far away from the court as possible in winning time.
Yeah. I don't even mean all that. I just mean more so letting the guy, there's a chance he might play out his contract here. So yes. Or you just kind of keep him to the side or play him like
that's a next year problem.
Yeah, I guess.
That's totally a next year problem. This year.
And that's why I asked, is he part of that Zach LaVine group right now?
Yes.
Okay. Right
now, yes. Now, start of next season, all right, we're probably back in the place where they're going to try and win as many games as possible. And if we get to February and they have 12 or 15 wins, then yeah, we'll
back to square one again.
Yeah, back to this.
Makes sense.
But for now, yeah, Domas is very much in that group. I don't want anybody on the court who is not going to be part of this team the next time they're in the playoffs, or B, going to make them win a game that they might lose. And that, to me, is what this is. And again, the other benefit to this, as I try and pull these silver linings out, I'm trying really hard, guys.
No, yeah, you're doing a great job. You're doing a great job.
Thank you. I understand where people are at, and I understand that there are people listening to me right now who are like, you're insane. You're an idiot.
Kyle's trying not to go insane is the thing. Kyle's trying to keep himself from going insane for the next 30 games. That is what Kyle's trying to do.
Help me help you. That's what I'm trying to
see. So, I'm like Ben. I was born in the darkness. I'm just good with it. I was born in the darkness. All right, that's good. I'm good. I'm cool. I'm fine here. Fine here.
All right, it's all vibes over there. You're gonna go to Mojo's tonight on Saturday. You're gonna go down to Golden One.
I'm molded by it. All right, we're all good.
Have a great time.
Born in it.
But again, the other silver lining to this is when you play those young players, if they pull out that win against Memphis, you feel like, oh, there's an actual step there. That is young players learning how to win. That is Nick Clifford with the ball in his hands in the final moments, figuring out a way to put his team in a position to win. That would be exciting. That would be something worth watching. That would be something worth being excited for.
Real quick.
If that's real quick.
Yeah.
If that's Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan, that's not exciting.
Yeah.
That's great. Cool. They did that.
That's good for them.
Can we get rid of them yet? Like that would be the downside of that. Go ahead, Joe.
I said this last year. I'm trying to help you as well. Okay. I'm trying to find a little bit of silver lining. I am an optimist.
I'm glad somebody on this show is with me.
I did say this last year. If I had to choose, and it is a given, between being just normal, complacent, and not even making it into the play-ins, or tanking, losing, I am choosing the losing, because if we're not making it into the plans and we're going to just barely miss it and then not have that tank and get a good pick, then I'm going to have to choose that. If that's where we're at, if that's the two choices that I have. And I've always said, like, 500 ball just makes me frustrated a lot of the time. So that's another maybe. I don't know.
But I know you, if they go 500 next year and are the 9 seed.
They win 5 games in a row the next week. Joe's like, hey, they might be back.
Guys, we might. I'm just looking at the schedule.
I don't know. Like,
The
Pack scored
soft
20.
schedule
Like, I
down
don't
the
know.
stretch.
I
Yeah.
just don't get it.
Joe's looking at the schedule right now, and he's like, "Yeah, I want to tank, but also
You're
win
telling me
out.
there's a chance.
you win out. You're in the play-in.
Yeah,
You're
no, but
30-0 the rest of the way.
I mean, that's kind of what I've been trying to default back to because I don't know.
It's not an easy place to get.
It's just where they're at. It's just accepting it, like I said.
It's not an easy place to get because it runs counter to everything we know as sports fans. You want your team to win every game, but you're now in a place where you also, or at that same time, you want your team to eventually win a championship. And those two things run against each other in situations like this. And so I think the best thing to do when you talk about, like, okay, it's full tank mode, that's playing the young players, because that's the best way to get to potentially best of both worlds. Where if they win one, you feel good about how the young players played, you feel good about the future, and all right, fine, you weren't going to lose the rest of your games. So that's the best way to go about it.
Yeah, I don't even necessarily disagree. It's just like I said, just going to be a long 30 games. But if the young guys are playing well, they're getting minutes at the end of the fourth and things like that, I think, yeah, you can come away with like, all right, there's something there.
Yeah, just something. It's not. They're not gonna. Nothing is gonna happen. And again, I also want to expectation set. I don't say all this thinking that we're gonna go into next year going, they did it, they made it, we're here, playoff time. I don't think that's gonna be the case at all. It's just trying to find any morsel of something to be excited about, because I don't think the final 30 games are going to be exciting. I think they're going to go like 10-20 or 8-22. Like, it's not going to be a good time.
Yeah, Tyler Jennings in the chat house says this is way better than being mid and never a real contender and picking late teens, a real chance to get a franchise-changing star.
Thank you.
It's that right,
Thank
and
you, Tyler.
And I agree with that for now.
Uh-huh.
I agree with that in the situation the Kings are in now. But that's why I said yesterday, okay, this is the path that Scott Perry and co have picked. You need to hit this draft pick this year, because when it gets to tanking, when you start getting into that 3, 4, 5 seasons in a row, that's where it becomes impossible to get on here and go, hey, but actually this is fine. You can do it for a year. A year is fine. Even next year, if they're really bad again, but it's Darren Peterson out there scoring 20 a night and you feel really good about the Kings' future, fine. But what you can't have is you tank this year and then you whiff the pick. You get the third pick and you missed on it.
You miss a pick and that sets you back another 3 years.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to 27. Okay, tanking again. All right, now it's 27. Okay, that player looks like a rotation player, but it was a top 5 pick. And yeah, he might be a starter in the league. You might not. All right, well, now we're in 2028.
I asked the guys yesterday, or it might have been during our trade show or whatever, but it's like the third pick or the fourth pick, it can't be Keegan Murray again.
No.
And he's a starter, fine player and things like that, but like you need to be better this time.
Yes. And that's what I'm okay. So we've moved past the trade deadline. We now know what this is, and that's kind of the crux of what I'm getting at. We now know what this is. All right, I'm looking ahead to the draft. That's all, the draft and the players on this team who are going to be part of the team in 2029.
Yeah.
That's all I care about. And I think that those are things worth watching going forward.
Yeah. Like, I guess what I'm like locked in for the draft too going forward the rest of the season. So, I mean, they inch towards that and kind of, I mean, it's 2 losses, but the young guys are playing well, then we're all good here.
Yeah, man. Buckle up.
It's just a situation
and we're
that they're
be here
in
the whole time.
Yeah.
We're going to be here for you the entire time. That's Jesse Tapia. I'm Kyle Madsen. Joe Brazil rocking alongside us. Hey, do you want to make an underdog lineup real quick?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Cool.
Okay, so we got to make another one. This is going to be what, my 3rd, 4th lineup?
Wow.
I think it's my 3rd lineup for the big game, which is right around the corner.
Shout out to the big game.
Yeah, man, we love
the big game here.
We love the big game. Let's see. What do we want to do? Do we want to do an entire first quarter?
Yeah, let's go first quarter.
First quarter, rushing and receiving touchdowns. You can't go lower on the first quarter. Do we have any yards in here? Okay, here we go. Sam Darnold, 50.5 passing yards in the first quarter. That's a lot.
Higher?
Higher?
Yes.
No.
Yes, I stuttered, but yes.
Why?
Sam, light him up first drive. Let him know you're there, Sam Darnold.
Wait, I like
yeah,
I like
the
that
higher.
take.
Yes.
I didn't believe in it until he said that. Yeah. First
You
drive.
can't picture Sam. Oh, what if it's Kenneth Walker lighting him up first drive?
See?
Let's go lower. Let's go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back.
We're going. That's it. I don't know if it's going to be a feeling out process.
Kenneth Walker's been playing really well too.
Yeah, Kenneth Walker's been really. But is it what we saw against the Rams, where first drive, third down, like, all right, hey, here's this deep shot to Rashid Shaheed?
It might be. I think Patriots' run defense is pretty good. You should have went with the first one because now I'm second guessing my second guess.
All right, higher.
All right, higher. Let's go.
Drake May. I'm going lower. 45.5.
Yeah, let's go lower.
I don't feel good about Drake May in this.
The Patriots are
going
to ease into this game. I don't feel bad about them, but I think they're going to have to ease into this game a bit.
Okay. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 17.5 receiving yards.
Higher. If we're going Sam Darnold higher, let's go
right.
JSN higher.
Right. Cooper Kupp, 2.5
yards.
Yeah, I'm going higher.
Yeah,
I need one catch out of Cooper Kupp.
He's going to have the first catch.
Quarter?
He'll probably have the first catch of the game for 5 yards just to get him ready to go.
All right, very good. Let's see. Anything else jumping out at me? That's 4. Ooh, George Holani, the running back, Kenneth Walker's backup. Is he seeing the field in the first quarter?
I'll go lower, whatever. George,
half a yard.
Lower.
I'm going lower.
Yeah, no, we're not messing around the Super Bowl.
All right, I feel great about this. In fact, you know what?
This feels perfect.
You can do a flex where you can get 1 or 2 wrong and still get a little bit of money back. I'm gonna do the max payout on this. I feel really good about this.
As do I.
All right,
my
great.
picks.
All right, we're doing it. Download the Underdog app. Okay, there it is. All right, so this lineup: Sam Darnold higher than 50.5 first quarter passing yards. Drake May lower than 45.5 first quarter passing yards. Jackson Smith and Jigba higher than 17.5 first quarter receiving yards. Cooper Kupp higher than 2.5 first quarter receiving yards. George Holani lower than half a first quarter receiving yard.
Sounds great.
I feel phenomenal about this.
No, as do I.
Download the Underdog app. Sign up today. It's super easy. You want to do it now because the big game is right here. It is on Sunday.
Days.
There are so many. You just heard us go. That was just the first quarter available stats. There's so many more than that. So you're going to want to dig through all of those. We've been having a great time on the show building those lineups, and I know you will too. So what are you waiting for? Download the Underdog app today and use promo code KYLEM. That's KYLEM to score $75 in fantasy bonus entries when you play your first $5 on fantasy. That's promo code KYLEM, KYLEM. Underdog, make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in California. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. You got a little big game party going on?
No, actually. Got a little we're going to chill.
Just vibes at home?
Yeah. Because Saturday I'm going to be
coming over?
No. Saturday I'm going to be at the Kings game, so
right.
I'm not going to really go anywhere Sunday morning because I'm going to have to drive back because everyone I know that I hang out with kind of like lives outside, like Modesto, just outside city. So I'm not going to go make the trip and then make the trip back that night. So I'm going to chill at my place.
That's why we do a whole weekend.
Yeah.
Saturday we do a little bowling, some drinks, hang out.
Nice.
Yeah, we used to do big Super Bowl
parties. My parents make a big Super Bowl bingo card. We play bingo.
Oh, that's fire.
It's such a great time.
Yeah.
It's such a great time. So we do that down in the Bay Area. If you're going to be up here and you're looking for a place to go, Jesse, Mojo's. Yeah, they have a big game party. They're going to be a raffle for football collectibles. They're going to have Pliny the Younger, which is one of the best beers I've ever had. It's a once-a-year release from Russian River. They're going to have that. The food is always really good there. It's an indoor-outdoor space. Pull up by yourself. There's going to be a ton of people there. You can pull up solo, watch a game, pull up with friends, watch a game. If you're looking for a spot, it's right downtown. Right in downtown. I and 15th and I. Park down there. Go hang out at Mojo's. It's a really, really good spot. I would be there if I did not have my traditional pre-planned weekend of big game festivities.
Makes sense. Can't break tradition.
No.
Can't do it.
I mean, never mind. I'm not going to get into all that. We got to step aside.
Yeah, we got to go to break.
That's Jesse Duffy. I'm Kyle Madsen. Joe Brazil is behind the glass. The NFL honors were announced last night. I came in ready to talk about them, and it turns out they pissed Jesse off. We'll talk about why next on ESPN 1320, Sacramento Sports Leader.
Jesse, you're not going to that thing on Sunday? I'll be out at the event thing on Sunday with D'Lo and Casey.
Oh, yeah.
What thing?
Sky River.
Oh, no. Steven C., what time are you guys getting out to Mojo's on Saturday? What's up? Hit the like button. Appreciate you being here. It's a tough situation, but yeah. Hopefully they land a top pick next year. Charismatic. I mean, Mitchell and Ness always has good stuff. I honestly, anyway, you're not gonna find any baggy like this sweater. This crew neck I got is from Mitchell and Ness, but yeah, you can find it anywhere.
I agree. I like a lot of Mitchell and Ness stuff just for any sportswear.
What's up, Spencer? Leezy. Gotcha, Steven C. I might hit you up. Yeah, it feels like that kind of fell down quick for the Clippers after the Harden thing, but I'm not sure if there's more to it or Harden was just ready to go.
Good morning, Chatty House. Good morning.
Leezy, who knows right now? Honestly, I don't have a clue.
Morning, Charismatic.
They did clear up enough money where they can take a buyout candidate or someone like Cam Thomas, I guess. So maybe. But also, I think they cleared up that money maybe for a couple years from now when they're able to trade for someone.
Well, they got a Bob Marley Adidas collab going on. I'm gonna have to check that out. I haven't quite decided what I'm gonna get for my Giants jersey this year yet. What player? Kind of on the fence. Drew Gilbert just switched to number 1. I might have to do that one. I don't know.
You're probably talking about Fanatics. Yeah, Fanatics been catching heat all week.
Hey, them saying that those jerseys that were posted, did you see that photo that was going around?
Yeah.
I saw something about it.
It looked like a t-shirt.
Yeah.
And they were like, this is the same ones that we've ordered. Like, no, it's not. We all have eyeballs.
Yeah, no.
That's not at all what's like in the team store.
I actually don't have a Logan Webb jersey yet. I don't know.
That'd be weird.
That's why I don't.
Yeah.
That's why I don't.
You can't have a jersey of a guy you went to high school with.
That's literally why I don't. So I was thinking Drew Gilbert. He went number 1 this year, so.
I am getting a Jack Cooley jersey though when I go to Japan.
Makes sense.
That's happening. I guess a homie, but we didn't go to high school together, so.
Just to be clear, I didn't go to high school with him. I went to high school with his brother.
No. It's my cue.
Welcome back to The
Lock in,
Jump
brother.
with Kyle Madsen and Jesse Tapia.
Don't ask me to explain this. Do not ask me to elaborate.
All right, now you're already messing up.
Our bathroom upstairs smells like the 90s.
Oh, dude.
I was born in '96, so go ahead and explain that one to me then.
I just told you.
No,
not
explain it. No,
I don't want
Joe's a
to.
child. All right, I was born in '96. Explain it. What, does it smell like cigarettes or something?
What cigarette? You think that? What?
Yeah,
No.
I would have.
I don't know. I
That's
just smell like
crazy.
It's like maybe that's a '70s smell. It's a '70s smell, maybe. I just assume everyone back then was smoking cigarettes inside and stuff. So maybe that's like a retro thing.
I'm big into.
What does the '90s even smell like?
I am big into. That's not the phrasing I'm looking for. What's the phrasing I'm looking for?
Big into '90s smells.
Of the senses, the olfactory sense for me is really important. Like I tie so many things, and I think a lot of people do this. I tie so many things to smells.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's like the strongest memory.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. And so like I went to Disneyland. I love Disneyland. If you don't know this about me, I am a big Disneyland guy since I was very, very tiny. And I enjoy it differently now, but the smells of Disneyland are one of the things that really like hit for me. And I went to Disneyland when I was sick and I couldn't smell and I didn't enjoy it the same way.
I remember you telling me about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't, it didn't hit the same way. So anyways, I think what it is whatever cleaner they use in the bathrooms or whatever like scent thing they have in there that I think it's the same one from like one of my bathrooms in grade school.
Yeah,
that's a throwback, brother. Like
No,
I know, that's what I'm saying. And so it smells like the 90s in there. I was in there, I was like, wow, how nostalgic.
I was like, okay, I walked into the bathroom and it smells like '90s Pizza Hut in there, I guess.
No, it's not.
Yeah, no, that's funny though, because I do have smells from elementary school or just school really growing up that I will remember.
Take you back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
man.
funny.
Yeah.
That's what it smells like in the bathroom right now.
I'm like walking into the bathroom and getting a whiff of grade school.
You're like,
This is
oh,
why,
it smells so
this is
good
why
in the bathroom.
I told you not to ask me to elaborate or explain. I just wanted you to go like, all right, man.
No, you
Good to
can't go
know.
into the bathroom and be like,
Good to
yeah,
know.
it smells like the '90s in there. Like,
You're
yeah,
like,
it
It
smells
does.
smells like '93.
Yeah, man. A lot of grunge. All right, that's Jesse Tapia. I'm Kyle Mads and Joe Brazil over there behind the glass. This is The Jump. We're live every single day, well, Monday through Friday, 7 to 9 a.m. And we appreciate you hanging out with us, whether you're on the radio at 1320 a.m. or 98.5 FM HD2, whether you are on YouTube and Twitch. Good morning. Hello, youtube.com/ESPN 1320, twitch.tv/ESPN 1320, the Odyssey app, the iHeartRadio app, the TuneIn app.
All
We're
of
on
them.
all of those.
Literally everything. You can't miss us.
Yes.
So
So if
don't.
you're in your car and you have to get out of the car, fire up the app, fire up YouTube when you
Yeah.
get to work, whatever it is. Thanks everybody for
Your boss tells you like,
hanging
hey,
out.
I need you to work. Tell your boss like, no, I'm listening to The Jump right now. Forget
Yeah,
you.
I am.
Yeah.
I am working. I'm locked in to figure out what the hell is going on at the
I'll
NFL
get my
awards. last
reports
night.
in later, Craig. Leave me alone.
So why were you so upset about the NFL awards? Matthew Stafford won the MVP. That was your guy. Jackson Smith and Jigba Offensive Player of the Year. Any gripes?
No.
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 Myles Garrett Defensive Player of the Year. Any gripes?
Nope. Great.
Nope. Tedero McMillan Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Awesome.
Great. Carson Swessinger,
Swessinger.
the Browns linebacker from UCLA.
Great.
Cool. Comeback Player of the Year, Christian McCaffrey.
Amazing.
Bet Coach of the Year, Mike Vrabel.
No problem.
Assistant Coach of the Year, Josh
A
McDaniels.
little bit of an issue,
That's
but I'm not
annoying.
gonna.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not gonna argue about that
That's
one.
a fake award.
Yeah.
Assistant
Well,
Coach
it's
of the
not a
Year
fake
is
award, but
It
just
is.
do it the
It
right
is.
way. No, do it the right way if you're gonna do the assistant coach award.
If I wrote an article, I started writing regularly in 2016.
Shout out to everyone's favorite year on social media for some reason.
10 years ago, if I wrote an article about your award being invented, it's not a real award.
No, stop. We have to evolve.
Assistant Coach of the Year.
We have to evolve, Kyle. We have to move forward. Okay.
Assistant Coach of the Year.
Yes,
is
it's
what we're
fine.
doing?
It's fine. Because
For
now we
what?
got the offensive line. You didn't get the offensive
did-
lineman of the year in here.
No, I didn't. Who was
protector
it?
of the year?
Protector? That's so dumb. Who was it?
I don't know.
Yeah, see,
Joel Botino, I think.
great. Good for him.
Hey, hold on. It might
There's
have.
no way that's right. I don't think he plays anymore.
Oh no! Damn, is that just the Browns player I thought of? Hold on.
Dang. That's a tough look for you. The Protector of the Year. Oh, Joe Batonio.
Joe Tooney. Joe Tooney.
Joe Batonio.
I got my Joe mixed up. It's Joe Tooney.
Sure, man.
Aaron Brewer snubbed. But either way, like, yeah, I don't hate it. But my issue with the
Aaron
awards,
Brewer snubbed.
yeah, center. He was a great center. Snubbed. All right, I was locked into the Protector of the Year award. Stop laughing. I'm being serious.
Yeah.
But no, I'm out on the awards because it's always like it's all just narratives, or someone's using their feelings, or someone wants to big brain it, like the guy who voted for Justin Herbert as MVP. Like, it's really not that difficult, I feel. I feel like it's just, even with the Hall of Fame, with Bill Belichick being out, like, that's feelings. It needs, like, we almost need to be robotic with this. There's too many people just inserting how they feel rather than just looking at the body of work and being like, no, this is why this person should be this MVP, or why this person should be in the Hall of Fame. It's just, it's, I feel like not social media, but in a way, content and the way we talk about sports now has dripped into how these awards are voted for now. It's not just so much
MVP awards have been narrative awards forever.
But maybe we
because
know
it's impossible to empirically define who the MVP
well,
is.
then maybe we hear too much about it now or something like that. Maybe we're just seeing it play out in front of our eyes way too much, where it's like I know, like, it's not like you're voting for your friend, but just more so like it doesn't really, like, the guy who voted for Justin Herbert for MVP. Like, logically, yes, you can make a logical argument. Fine. If you want to go that route, I can make a logical argument why Christian McCaffrey should have been the MVP as well, as Josh Allen and the two other guys there. But we know Christian McCaffrey and Justin Herbert are not the MVPs this season. But the guy wants to big brain it and be like, no, this is why. And it's like, it's just a waste of a vote at that point. The whole Bill Belichick thing. You're punishing him for Deflategate, Spygate, whatever gate. It doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do, because he was mean to you in the press, things like that. It's like, no, Bill Belichick has this body of work. He's clearly a Hall of Famer. Vote him in. Don't let your feelings and narratives or whatever play into it. And you're right. All right, it's always been a narratives thing. And maybe I'm just old man yelling at clouds here and just not accepting it, but it is kind of frustrating.
The Justin Herbert vote specifically, because that is a little bit strange. And shout out to Christian McCaffrey, by the way, for another top 5 MVP finish.
Yeah.
And he was second in Offensive Player of the Year vote. But the Justin Herbert vote for me does not come, like, this isn't new. I think it's just on social media now. And so you see the thought processes playing out. But the Justin Herbert vote, here's Sam Monson, formerly of Pro Football Focus, currently of, where is he? I have no idea where Sam Monson is now. Formerly Pro Football Focus. Said, I was the Justin Herbert vote. The guy had the worst offensive line in the NFL all season, and despite that, he was working miracles in almost every single game. Stafford's offensive line became 2/5 as bad as Herbert's for 5 minutes, and he became a turnover howitzer. He embodied value. This is a value conversation. It's why we talked about this a while back. I believe that the awards need to be renamed. Like, Player of the Year makes way more sense. And if it's Player of the Year, I think you have a 2-person race between Drake May and Matthew Stafford.
Fair, because what you just read, you read his tweet for Justin Herbert, like, real quick. Christian McCaffrey should be the MVP because the 49ers were just blown away by injury, blah, blah, blah. They were out without their quarterback and were able to go 12-4 because 12-5 or whatever it was, because Christian McCaffrey was there every year, every game, and was leading that offense. Like, see how, like, that's easy. Like,
yeah,
you can do that. But it's like nobody thinks that Christian McCaffrey's the MVP though.
Okay, but that's not he's not a quarterback, and we know this is a quarterback award now.
Well, I'm just saying you can make the argument.
Yeah, you could,
but nobody.
But that doesn't. But do you believe it?
No, but
your job as a voter is to vote how you believe.
I don't. All right, maybe he does believe it. I think it's more so him trying to be outside the box and be a big brain guy here. Like, give me a break. Justin Herbert is not the MVP. We watch sports and we know. Like, give me a break.
See, I don't hate that. I don't hate not going with.
It's a waste of a vote.
But the MVP race, quote unquote, was just the quarterback, the 2 quarterbacks who threw a lot of touchdowns and not a lot of interceptions. Is that what the award is?
No, Drake May took a 4-13 team last season to the second seed.
No. Mike Vrabel, the coach of the year, and Josh McDaniels, the assistant coach of the year.
Yes, Drake May, the quarterback, was a big part of that as well. Like, the players got to put with their system out into play. Okay. Like Drake May, yes.
Okay.
It's not just guy throws touchdowns, he's MVP.
I agree. And Drake May, when you look at the players around him and the weapons that he has, it's like really clear that they're not at the same level that Matthew Stafford's weapons are.
Yeah.
But what you're doing is applying the same context that Sam Monson did to Justin Herbert.
The Chargers were like what, the 5th seed, the 6th seed, and Justin Herbert didn't have the year that Stafford did, so I think it's the difference.
Games.
That's fine, but I don't think.
But the argument here is Justin Herbert didn't have the year that Stafford did because his offensive line was abhorrent. And if generic quarterback had played for the Chargers, they would have been way worse. Whereas if generic quarterback played for the Rams, yeah, they might have been worse, or they would have been worse, but not at the same level. It's a value conversation.
I guess if you want to take it that way,
yeah. And that's why I hate this. That's why we're arguing the same thing from different angles. I hate the idea of valuable player because you can do what Sam Monson's doing and you can define that however you want. I don't think that okay, yeah, most valuable player is do the Cleveland Browns go winless if they don't have Myles Garrett? Oh, there's value. You talked about Christian McCaffrey. Like it all just depends on how you define value. And I hate that that's what this comes down to. Make it player of the year. Call it that. Because then there's nobody's going, all right, the player of the year was the Chargers quarterback.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be, as much as we might hate it, there's no way to empirically define MVP. So there's always going to be the narrative, the perception.
It's too open to interpretation. Like you're probably right. It's probably time to rename the awards, make it the best player, like the most exciting player, whatever you call it, most exciting
NFL player
of the year, NFL player of the year, and just do it that way because it's way too up for interpretation right now, I feel.
And I think that opens up if you make it player of the year and you remove value from the discussion, because right now when value's in the discussion, it's going to be a quarterback for the rest of time. Adrian Peterson, your guy, was the last non-quarterback to win MVP, and that was 2012. Think about what you were doing in 2012. That's so long ago.
I was a sophomore in high school.
You were in high school. Joe was in diapers.
I was waiting for that. I'm not gonna lie.
Joe couldn't even walk yet. He was still crawling.
No, it just 2012 was so long ago, and it's just been quarterback. Christian McCaffrey could have had a 1,000-yard rushing, 1,000-yard receiving year, and led the league in touchdowns and led the league in like.
Well, they've turned what Adrian Peterson did into the offensive player of the year now. That's what the skill players get.
Exactly. And that's stupid. If you make it player of the year, Saquon Barkley is probably the player of the year last year. But he was ruled out because, running back can't win it because value.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
I'm with you now. We need to do player of the year in the NFL. I'm done with the most valuable player stuff. Like it's time for a change, I think.
Yeah. Everybody's going to define value differently.
And it's so funny because we're talking about this, but the right people won. We went through the list. The right people
100%.
won. Yeah. My issue is, this is stupid, but the right people won. I'm not in the discourse in the process right now. That's what it is. I'm not in the discourse in the process. Matt Stafford, that would have been my pick. Great. He won. We went through the list. It was fine, but the process seems broken to me. And not just for the NFL awards, but again, we can tie it to Bill Belichick in the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
He should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
I'm at the point where it's like, if he's not going in first ballot, and we were talking a little bit before the show about how first ballot probably shouldn't mean anything, but if he's not going to be first ballot, then nobody should be first ballot going forward, at least for a coach.
I want to talk about
he is the greatest coach of all. I'm the greatest coach of all time.
I'm with you. I would like to talk about the first ballot idea because the Pro Football Hall of Fame class was also announced last night. That's Jesse Tapia. I'm Kyle Madsen.
Great
Joe
class.
Brazil's over there, by the way. This is The Jump on ESPN 1320, Sacramento sports leader. Roger Craig, a big shout out to our guy Roger Craig, 49ers legend. Finally going into Canton. He's going to get his gold jacket. He was the first ever 1,000 running back. He was a 1,000-yard rusher, 1,000-yard receiver in the same season. First player to ever do that. One of only 3 players to ever do that. And nobody did it until Marshall Faulk in 2003. And Roger Craig did it in 1985. He was also an offensive player of the year in a different season. Finished 3rd in the MVP voting in one season. He was a 3-time Super Bowl champion, 1980s All-Decade team. Like he belonged in the Hall of Fame, in my opinion.
Yes.
And I'm hyped that he finally got there. Shout out to Roger Craig. I think an underrated when you're surrounded by Joe Montana and Jerry Rice and Ronnie Lott, you're
tough to stand up.
Yes, but he was awesome. and he deserved to be in Canton, and I'm glad he's there. He is going in with Larry Fitzgerald, Luke Kuechly. Adam Vinatieri getting into the Hall of Fame before Bill Belichick is hilarious, but Adam Vinatieri, the kicker, is going into the Hall of Fame.
I'll separate the players from the coaches, I guess. But
And Drew Brees.
yes,
Rounds out this class.
as that part of my
I'm
life
sorry.
comes full circle,
Are you glad it's over?
I guess. And I'm
Can we
talking
explain
about
for the people?
yeah,
go
yeah.
ahead.
I'm talking about the Dolphins deciding to go with Dante Culpepper over Drew Brees back in 2006, 2005, whenever it was. Nick Saban, I hate you. But yeah, now it's full circle. The Dolphins passed on the guy who eventually became a Hall of Famer, the leader in passing yards, and I think up there in passing touchdowns. So, like I said, just came full circle. Being a sports fan is awesome, guys. It's the best.
Party on, everyone. So I want to ask you about next year's class,
Yes.
because there's a bunch of dudes who are eligible for the first time next season.
I might be there for one.
Rob Gronkowski,
Not him.
Ben Roethlisberger,
Not him.
Richard Sherman,
No, not him.
Cam Newton,
Nope.
Antonio Brown,
Nope. I don't
Alex
even know if
Mack.
he's going to be there. Nope.
Andrew Whitworth,
All right, dude. Come on. Let's go. No.
Adrian Peterson.
There we go.
It's your guy.
Yeah, that's my guy. One of my favorite players of all time. No, that's a solid list of guys who are going to be eligible.
Gronk first ballot.
Yes. I
Gronk's
don't,
going to go in first ballot
He
because
should.
the argument is the argument's going to be in that secret room.
he's the greatest
He's the
tight end of
best
all
tight
time
end
to
of all
me.
time.
Yeah. To me, he's the greatest tight end of all time. Too.
That's going to be the argument. Ben Roethlisberger,
No.
not a
I
first
don't-
ballot Hall of Famer.
I don't think so. I think he's like second, third type. I don't think he's a first ballot guy. He wasn't. He might have was either the third best of. Was he the next guy after Manning and Brady
No,
in that era?
it's probably Breeze.
Okay, so yeah, I don't think he's first ballot.
Richard Sherman.
We were talking about this before. I don't think he's first ballot either.
I want to.
He's gonna get in, but I'm not sure he's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
So here's the thing. I'm trying to find the list of finalists from this season. Pro Football Hall of Fame. All right, here we go. I wanted to grab the finalists, not the winners. I had the winners up. So here were the finalists, because this is where that first ballot discussion comes in.
Yeah.
Like, you could be a first ballot Hall of Fame player, but there's such a logjam because they only let in, I think it's up to 5 people in a year. You have Frank Gore, Torrey Holt, Eli Manning, Terrell Suggs, Reggie Wayne, Jason Witten, Darren Woodson, Marshall Yonda. Those are all guys who were finalists this past year, who they have to get in eventually. And I think that's what's happening. And that's why, to me, first ballot doesn't really mean anything anymore.
And it
They're just-
should have probably never really meant anything to begin with. It's probably a narrative thing
Sure.
that we've just kind of used the Hall of Fame for now. Because if you get in, tell me what's the difference between the guy who got in on the first ballot and the guy who got on the third?
There's
Nothing.
not
They're
one.
nothing. Exactly.
There's not
It doesn't
one.
matter. They're both Hall of Famers. They're both the best of the best to ever do it in their sport.
Frank Gore is going to go to the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
He finished third all time in rushing yards. I think 12,000 on the dot.
Yeah. Once he does get in, he's a Hall of Famer. He's stamped. There's
going to the Hall of Fame.
nothing else to talk about.
That's it. And Patrick Willis. Patrick Willis had to wait. It
Mhm.
made sense. His career was really short. They had a bunch of other guys to get in, and eventually he's gonna get in. Like that's kind of it. There's these guys who are gonna be finalists for probably 2, 3, 4 years, and then they're just gonna get in because the logjam ahead of them clears out.
Yeah.
I think that's just kind of what's happening in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and I don't mind it. Now,
That being said, Adrian Peterson, first ballot.
I do mind the Bill Belichick thing, because that's not a logjam thing. That is
your heart
yes.
voting. That was your heart voting, and
was so
you
dumb.
trying to stick it to the man or whatever. And it's like, no, that
was
you
so
made a
dumb.
mistake, and you also, I think, put a shadow over the guys going into the Hall of Fame this season too, because like we'll celebrate them and things like that, but it'll also be, oh yeah, Bill Belichick isn't here. And that'll be a conversation too, I think, rather than we're just all celebrating the people going into the Hall of Fame, having a great time. Nope. There's the story that I think needs to be talked about.
Yeah.
I think it is a story still.
Yeah. It might make the Pro Football Hall of Fame change its voting
Yeah.
process.
So like instead of being like, oh yeah, we're just normal Hall of Fame, it's like, no, we need to talk about Bill Belichick not making it.
Did Christian McCaffrey help his case last night?
Roger Craig helped Christian McCaffrey's case, I think.
Ooh.
Yes.
Interesting.
I've been firm.
I hadn't thought about
I've
that.
been pretty firm on Christian McCaffrey's not a Hall of Famer, not because of his talent or anything like that, but he hasn't reached 10,000 yards as a running back, and I feel like that's a solid bar to reach, like a minimum, if you want to be like one of the greatest running backs of all time. But I mean, we're looking at Roger Craig's stats. He's got the 1,000 like CMC. CMC's done it twice, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Oh, he was close. He was close. Yeah, he was
76
close.
yards
He was
short
close.
this year.
Excuse me. Either way, I mean, whatever. I'll give it to Christian McCaffrey. I don't care. Roger Craig ran for a little over 8,000 yards. He's got 4 Pro Bowls, 1 All-Pro, 3-time Super Bowl champ, was the All-Decades team in 1980s. Christian McCaffrey is around the same for that.
Yep.
He's got similar accolades. He's got 4-time Pro Bowl, 3-time All-Pro, Offensive Player of the Year, Comeback Player of the Year. He's gonna pass him in career rushing yards. So I think that Roger Craig, not in a disrespectful way, but Roger Craig kind of set the bar for Christian McCaffrey getting in, I think.
Yeah, and you've got Christian McCaffrey now, who's finished top 5 in MVP voting twice as a running back in this era of football.
Yeah, Christian McCaffrey's a Hall of Famer for me, I think now. Like, before I'd argue against it, but at this point, just all context, I think he's going to get in.
Christian McCaffrey is also top 30 all-time in total touchdowns. He has more total touchdowns than Eric Dickerson.
Yeah. It's just a different game now. With running backs, too, it's not, there's no bell cow backs anymore or anything like that. Like, you're just not going to get 400 carries a season. Like, I mean, the Ricky Williams and those guys back then did. Maybe David Jim Peterson's. Like, DeMarco Murray got like 366 carries in a season one time. It's like, that just doesn't happen anymore.
Can I read you the players in the top 30 in touchdowns all time who aren't in the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
So, again, Christian McCaffrey is number 29. Eric Dickerson is 30. With 96 touchdowns, tied with Tyreek Hill. Eric Dickerson, a Hall of Famer. Here are all the guys ahead of Christian McCaffrey in all-time touchdowns, total touchdowns, rushing and receiving.
You said that aren't in the Hall of Fame?
Scrimmage touchdowns. These are the guys who aren't in the Hall of Fame. There's 4 of them.
Okay.
Frank Gore.
Will get in.
Mike Evans.
Will get in at some point. Yeah, he'll get in.
Devontae Adams.
Yes.
Adrian Peterson.
All right. Welcome to the Hall of Fame.
Up,
yeah, he's getting in.
He's
He's getting in.
He's in there. That's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's less
Christian
about his
McCaffrey
comeback player of
probably
the year, but like Roger Craig kind of set the bar, I think.
Yeah, Christian McCaffrey. Well, and the touchdown stuff.
Well, yeah, that stuff. Yeah,
he's gonna get. Let's see if he scores 7 touchdowns next year. He's gonna be tied with Tim Brown in total touchdowns.
Tim Brown.
Yeah,
Tim
Brown underrated.
I said DeMarco Murray had 366 carries in a season. I was wrong. It was 392. That doesn't happen in the NFL anymore.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, ran for 1,800 yards.
Christian McCaffrey had 413 touches.
Yeah,
and led the league.
No, that does not happen anymore.
That's crazy. Yeah, Mike Evans a Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
for sure. McCaffrey, Fred Warner's getting in.
Yeah, he's getting in.
Fred Warner will go.
Yeah, he's
George Kittle.
Yeah,
Kittle will get in eventually.
He's one of the top tight ends to ever play.
Trent Williams.
Yes,
Niners got 4 Hall of Famers right now.
Yeah,
Kyle Shanahan still can't win the Super Bowl. Come on, man.
Look, I know you're joking, but it's like it's tough when you put it that way. It's really tough when you put it that way.
Turned everybody against Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, like
that's brutal.
Sometimes you just don't win, I guess.
And yeah, when it comes down to when it's a game, when it's one play here and one play there, it's like stuff happens.
I don't know if we're gonna talk about it later, but the 49ers have probably had better teams than like these others. But like you're gonna see the Rams, like the Rams have won a Super Bowl. You're gonna see the Seahawks win their second in about 13 years.
The Niners in my conscious life, again, I was alive when they won in 94, well, January of 95, but the 94 season. But I don't remember that. I vaguely remember my parents had people over at the house, but I don't recall the game at all. So in my conscious football viewing life, I think the 49ers have been the best team in the league. Let's see, in 2012, I think they were. I think they were the best team in the league in 2019. And I think they were the best team in the league in 2023.
Yeah.
And they've still not won a Super Bowl.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like you had all these Hall of Famers, and now like Seattle could potentially win their second Super Bowl in 13 years.
That was their 3. I didn't even do that on purpose. That was the 3 years they went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Brutal.
The Rams could be bad. The Rams were right there this year. They were close. But
that's so tough.
You've seen them win it.
Super Bowls are so difficult.
Do you think Super Bowls are difficult, pal? Playoff wins are difficult. You want to talk about it?
No.
I don't either.
Sorry. Didn't mean it. That's Jesse Tapia.
Rich man complains he's not rich enough.
No, I didn't mean. I meant for the NFL in general. Winning a Super Bowl
for the
is really
elites of the
difficult.
NFL, Kyle. I get it. Yeah. Shout out to me and the Dolphin fans, the Raider fans. Shout out to us and the Dumps, the Browns fans. Kyle's out here crying poor over. Oh yeah, Super Bowls are tough. Meanwhile, Jesse hasn't seen a playoff win in his life.
You good?
No, I hate sports. That's why I made it my entire life.
All right, The Jump, where we hate sports on ESPN 1320 Sacramento Sports Leader. No, we're going to get our guy Jake Gadon on the phone because Jake told me he isn't camera ready at 8 a.m. We're going to explore what that means with CBS 13's Jake Gadon. He covers the Kings. We'll talk about the Kings. He's a huge Patriots fan. Got to talk to him about the fact that his team's about to lose a Super Bowl. Got to figure that out. And I can't wait. Should be fun. We're going to have Jake Gadon from CBS 13, but then we're also going to have Jake from New Haven is going to join us.
Sounds good. Jake, throw a hoodie on.
Throw a hoodie and a hat.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all you got to do. We'll talk to Jake Gadon next on The Jump. It's ESPN 1320 Sacramento Sports Center. I will send you Jake's number, Joe. Hashtag. Yeah, Cam Thomas. Bring me Cam Thomas. Trader Sam's is the tiki bar at Disneyland.
And I told you about how that was the first place when I got it. I got in, then I remember everyone's like, you should go to Trader Sam's. So it was right there. Then I sat down with my dad at the bar and I'm talking to him and we're just like, man, this is so cool. We're here. I get up to go to the bathroom and I come back and I sit down again and some guy puts his hand on my shoulder and D'Lo was sitting one chair next to me the entire time. The entire time.
Ah.
It was just funny. I was like, wow.
Weren't you guys there together?
No, we all went in separately. I mean, like I knew he was there. I didn't know he was at Trader Sam's. They flew in actually like 4 days before I did, though. I flew with Kevin. That was fun.
I bet. What was I doing? I was doing something that was obviously very important. Probably not great. Nah. I have not done that. I haven't spent a lot of time in Modesto. Shout out to Rainbow Fields though. I couldn't care less. They're 1-0 in the Kristaps Porzingis era though. Nestle dub last night. Yep. Yeah, they're toast. Yeah, I wanted to be a popcorn bucket guy, but I just can't. I collect so many things that the popcorn bucket just has to go by the wayside for me. Yeah, dude. I get so many ads for like boutique coffee shops trying to sell me $38 bag of coffee.
Shut up.
Like, all right, man. Yeah, you got it.
Yerba mates, bro.
We got Jake?
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, yeah. It's Jake Gadon, and he's joining the show. He's a Patriots fan, and he's in the know on the Sacramento Kings. Boo-doo-boo-boo-boo-doo.
We'll get that recorded for next time.
Yeah, it's the Jake intro. I did it just for you.
Welcome back to The Jump with Kyle Madsen and Jesse Tapia.
Hey, second hour of The Jump. Jesse's over there. I'm Kyle. Joe Brazil on the ones and twos. Our guy Jake Gadon, CBS 13, joining us now. Jake is on the phone because, quote, I'm not going to be camera ready at that time. Jake, why can't you be camera ready at 8 o'clock? What's so hard about putting a hoodie and a hat on?
It's more YouTube stream ready as well.
Yeah. Talk to
Guys,
me.
I'm doing this for my bed. Okay, let's just be real about this.
You said so. You went like 7:55 a.m. alarm.
Yes, precisely.
You know what? Shout out
This is
Jake for
perfect.
waking up.
You know
No,
what?
Jake
Hey, I
Gadon is
respect
cool
the
with us.
honesty.
Yeah, I got Jake Gadon's back
All
for
right,
life.
man.
He's with us.
All right, man.
Shout out Jake.
All right.
This is what you do in high school. Okay, right before you had to take the bus at 8 o'clock, you'd set your alarm for 7:50, run out the door, grab everything, and go. So we rocking and rolling, fam. Happy Super Bowl week.
Professional media person Jake Gadon joining us from his bed. It is Super Bowl week, and I would love to talk about that with you. But let's put a pin in it because I would like to talk about the Kings first.
Get the nonsense out the way first.
Yeah, we'll get this out of the way, and then we can talk about your New England Patriots taking on the hated Seattle Seahawks here in a second. Were you surprised at all by the Kings' lack of activity at the deadline?
Yes and no. I think when I think back on it, I think the two words that I keep on going back to is prudent and opportunistic. It's the two things that Scott Perry continuously said about what he was going to do at the trade deadline. He was opportunistic when he had the DeAndre Hunter deal with the Cavs and saw that possibly there was no other better deals for Keanu Ellis to be attached to, and was able to get off a deal that he probably regrets doing when it comes to Dennis Schroeder at the beginning of the off season. Which again, we can dive deeper into that if you want to when it comes to Dennis and why it worked and why it didn't work, and just the interesting makeup of how that all went down. But then there was also, they were linked to so many other trades. Levine going to the Milwaukee Bucks, which I know James Ham had talked about previously for a number of weeks, and then Domantas Sabonis being linked to the Toronto Raptors. We also know that Jonathan Kuminga was something that they coveted, but of course Golden State, as you guys have reported, just really wasn't interested in any of the assets that the Kings had. When it came to Sabonis, I thought a deal was going to get done and they were going to be able to find a third team, or they had a third team in mind that would be able to take on the Jakob Poeltl contract. I just don't think Toronto at this point, heading into the end of their season, wanted to give up draft capital. Now, do I think that could change in the off season? Absolutely. I think that's something you got to keep an eye on, and that's something that I would report it as well, that, just because this didn't happen before the trade deadline yesterday, this could totally happen this off season. And then with Levine, everything surrounding Levine to Milwaukee had to do with Giannis Antetokounmpo. And I think the injury not only put a pin into anything that they were going to do, I think it put a pin into a lot of things that the other NBA teams are going to do. They held up a lot of trades over the past 48 hours. A ton. A lot more moves might have been made if Giannis was traded or if Giannis wasn't traded. So it's a complicated deadline. Of course, there was plenty of fireworks with, Harden going to Cleveland and stuff like that. But when you look at the Kings, I think they made calls. They wanted to get certain things for certain players, and they weren't able to get it. If I'm a Kings fan, of course I'm frustrated. I want to get off these contracts, especially the bloated contracts that we have on the roster. But at the same time, they're depreciating assets. No one wants any of these guys at the contracts that they have, especially Levine. And that's where it's like, you've got to understand the bigger picture that, it takes two to tango. You can't just force someone to take a player. And at the end of the day, like, this is what you got to deal with. And Scott Perry has got to deal with this mess and try to clean it up and just start looking at 2027, guys. I hate to say it. Like, unless something massively happens this offseason where Sabonis gets traded, Levine opts out, and DeMar doesn't have his extension signed and he's only paid the $10 million of guaranteed, like, this might be the same team again next year. So this is what you got to wrap your head around.
I'm gonna go back to something you said earlier with Dennis Schroeder. It seemed like that was like Scott Perry's first real signing and something that they felt good about. Why did it go so sour so quickly?
See, that's a really good question that I'm going to ask Scott today when he holds his press conference at 11 a.m. at the Golden One Center, because he was so excited at his press conference when he introduced Dennis, saying, this is the type of guy we want to build our team around and the type of guy that we want to model our style of play after and everything like that. And then it was a 180 of what the messaging was at the end. If you had to ask me, I think they paid Dennis to be the starting point guard. And when Russell Westbrook ended up being a better fit at the starting point guard, you're asking yourself, well, we're paying Russ a better minimum deal and we're paying Dennis let's just put this, a lot more money than what they're paying Russ. So why are we paying him that much for someone that's going to be coming off the bench and maybe only playing 20 minutes a game? I also didn't think that, they didn't have a lot of options at the point guard position this offseason. So they took the best available, and this is who it was. But this also goes back to roster construction, guys. Like, I think, they knew that they needed to get a point guard this offseason. I just don't know if they realized that Russell Westbrook would have been that interested. And if they were, they probably would have gone back in a time machine and not signed Dennis and re-signed Keon, and then sign Russ to a veteran minimum deal, and that takes care of all the issues on the team. But, that's 50-50 hindsight. You can't go back. You got to live with what you had in the moment. And when you look at it, I think you could say it was a bad decision by Scott, but then it was a good decision to get off the contract, and it was a movable one with Keon to a Cleveland team that, needed both those assets. And you got someone back in DeAndre Hunter, who I think was undervalued in Cleveland, is an undervalued player in the NBA, and is a guy that you can, at least play around for the next 2 years before his contract expires, of course, as well in 2027.
Jake Gadon, CBS 13, joining us here on The Jump with Kyle Madsen and Jesse Toppy on ESPN 1320, Sacramento sports leader. So you're expecting just kind of more of this. Like, this is what it is. They're not going to be super aggressive trying to get off these contracts, and they're good waiting it out over the next couple of years while their money frees up.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. I think the biggest thing is, if you can get off these contracts, you want assets back, and you want assets that you believe are equal to what the player value is. Mm-hmm. And like, you wanted those first round picks from Toronto. Like, that's where the prudent part about what Scott's trying to do is saying, like, hey, I'm just not going to take these guys off just because I can get off these contracts. Like, I know we want to speed up the timeline, and I'm with everybody. We're in the generation of I want everything now. And I understand that the Kings fan base wants to be better now because they've been so poorly managed and run for God knows how long. But if you're going to build this correctly, you've got to build a brick by brick, block by block. Rome wasn't built in a day, unfortunately, and that's what's going to happen with the Sacramento Kings. You've got to figure out who you want to establish as your pillars of a franchise. And I think it's going to be looking towards guys like Dylan Cardwell, who they just signed for a 4-year deal, Max Renaud, Nick Clifford, which I want to see a little bit more of because I just feel like they've mismanaged him throughout the beginning of the season. And then, other guys like Keegan Murray, and see if he can take another step. I think the other thing that I want to point out that no one is really talking about is, yes, Scott made a really poor decision in maybe signing Dennis, but he made some really great decisions in signing Russ and then signing Precious Achiuwa. Mm-hmm. Like, that guy is someone that I want to bring back next year. He's only on a 1-year deal. He fits the mold of what they're trying to do. He plays extremely hard. He's a lengthy wing. When he gets his three going, it's it opens up the space on the floor. So I think there's ways that they're going to be able to build this team correctly. I just think they're going to have to be very, very smart about it. And I know we want to get off these contracts, but you're going to get off of DeMar this offseason. Like I don't think you're going to pay him all that money. And after that before the $10 million is guaranteed, I could guarantee, or after the $10 million, they have $10 million guaranteed. So I don't think they'll pay that and move off of it. But when you look at LaVine and Sabonis, like LaVine might be here for the long haul till that contract is over. And Sabonis, you can try again with Toronto this offseason, which I think they're going to do. But, again, takes two to tango.
All right, Jake, let's go to the Super Bowl. Did Tom Brady break your heart like he did every other Patriots fan when he said he had no dog in the fight this weekend?
Oof.
Yeah. Like, WTF. Like, I hate to say that, but like, what are we doing here, Tom? You are a New England Patriot. Like, how many Super Bowls did you win here? Do I got to remind you of that?
It was 7, right?
Like, what are we doing?
6?
It was a lot.
Many Super Bowls. But, Jake, you're a media guy. Tom Brady, now a media guy.
Also an NFL owner.
NFL owner, media guy, broadcaster. I get why he's pointed out. Do you think Tom Brady, though, Jake, honestly, is sitting at home not rooting for the Patriots?
No, he's definitely rooting for the Patriots, but he's playing, of course, like the middle ground, like any media member would be. But here's the thing. Like, this is what frustrates me about a guy like Tom doing this. I understand that he has responsibilities where he has to be like, he's a member of the Raiders organization as a part-time owner. He does Fox play-by-play, so he's got to play a middle line with everything. But, dude, you wouldn't have those jobs and that notoriety without playing for the New England Patriots and winning all those Super Bowls. So, like, know your roots, love on your roots. Like, I don't think if Michigan was playing for a national championship, he would be saying, I don't have a real dog in the fight. Like, that's BS, all right? Like, Tom, you have a dog in the fight. You were a New England Patriot for the majority of your career. There's a damn statue outside of Gillette Stadium that I saw this past year that literally cements how incredibly important you are to a franchise. And you're going to say that you have no dog in the fight because the Patriots decided to go to the Super Bowl this year and you're one of Mike Vrabel, a former teammate of yours? Like, it's frustrating. And, the more frustrating part is this. He was in Sacramento yesterday, opening his card vault store in Doco, and no one asked him about it. Like, hell yeah, dude, that's a perfect opportunity. Tom, what's going on here? You're rooting for them or you're not? I don't know. It is what it is.
Jake's right, by the way.
You should have been out there, boots on the ground.
We were boots on the ground at Super Bowl 60, my friend, all right?
Wait, what?
San Francisco's a time right now, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, that's right. It's in San Francisco.
Yeah, Jake's been busy. All right, talking about the game itself real quick. The Patriots, I don't want to say they struggled. They just played really good defenses leading up to Sunday. Do you think it's going to be any different, or how do you think that offense gets through that Seattle defense?
Well, I think last night Drake May was given some serious motivation by not winning the MVP. And I don't know if you guys have gone into it and broken it down, but man, that's one of the tightest MVP races I think I've seen in my lifetime.
Yeah, Matt Stafford had 24 votes. It was Drake May with 23.
Yeah. Well, wasn't it the closest one since like 2003, guys? Am I making that up?
But yeah, Steve McNair, I think might have been that one. Yeah,
tied. They were
yeah, this is that one, I think.
So, like, I think that gives plenty of motivation to Drake of like, hey, you weren't MVP. Like, I could see Vrabel practice today saying, hey, Drake, you're not good enough to be MVP. And that, like, gets under his skin. And that creates some serious motivation for Drake to go out and ball out on Sunday. But if you're asking me what's going to win the game, the deciding factor, it's nothing to do with Drake May. It has nothing to do with Sam Darnold. It has everything to do with what happens in the trenches, right?
I agree.
Who can get more pressure on whatever quarterback, right? And I think, for me, I'm looking at the left side of the line for the Patriots to see if Will Campbell and Jared Wilson's able to stop the run like they tried to do last week in Denver and did a marginally okay job with it. And then the snow came in and it was a completely different story and different game. And then with Sam Darnold, same exact thing, especially on the right side of the line for him. But I think this is going to be a close one, guys. 4.5 Vegas is giving Seattle. Like, I just don't see it that being that much of a blowout. Like, I still think this is going to be a field goal game. And I really wouldn't be surprised if the Patriots, pulled off a surprise here and was upset Seattle, even though they're the underdog. Like, it's just, both these teams are good. I don't care what you say about New England and saying that they have an easy schedule. They are here for a reason. Yes, you can understand. You could say maybe they're lucky because of the Denver game last week or 2 weeks ago and how they unfolded. But at the end of the day, both teams had to play in those conditions. So it was who made less mistakes. And the Patriots ended up making less mistakes. They're here for a reason, guys. They're here for a reason. Seattle's here for a reason. Do I think that Seattle is a better team overall? Absolutely. But it's one game, and you just don't know what's going to happen. So I think, like I said, Sunday, Santa Clara, going to be a very, very close one. But we'll see who ends up taking it.
I have some good news for you, Jake.
What?
I'm wrong a lot, and I think the Patriots are winning by multiple touchdowns.
Why would you say that?
Yeah, why is that good for Jake?
Because I'm wrong all the time.
So the Patriots are going to lose, then you said.
Yeah.
Why is that good for Jake?
Because I don't know what I'm talking about.
Okay, question for you. Why do you think the Patriots are going to win by multiple touchdowns, though?
Because I think they're going to score like 10 or 13 points. And I think Seattle's
going to score any?
No. Wait, what?
Wait, do you think Seattle's going to win by multiple touchdowns, right?
Yeah, what did I say?
You said Patriots.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, my God.
No, Jake,
okay.
you're good. You're good. Yeah, don't worry. Yeah.
Okay,
no,
the Patriots are losing on Sunday. And I think they're going to score like 10 points.
Okay. Well, when Drake May throws 4 touchdowns, we'll have another conversation next week, okay?
Sure. Like I hope so, but I feel like Seattle is a buzzsaw. And I've watched New England stumble their way through every good defense they've played this postseason. And I think Seattle is going to be the best of that group.
Can I pose something towards you?
24-10.
What you got, Jake?
Josh McDaniels has been here for how many times as a New England Patriot?
Nice.
Like,
I don't know.
And Seattle, this is a majority of everyone's first time in the Super Bowl. Do you think that takes any? Do you use any of that in considering what you're saying right now?
Sam Darnold, I don't know. We haven't seen him in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, I don't care that much at all.
Sam Darnold's going to see ghosts on Sunday, guys. Ghosts.
Let him know, Jake.
All right, I hope so, man. I will be right there with you, wearing my Matt Light jersey on Sunday, and we'll have a great time.
I love.
Yeah, I interviewed him one time, so
all right, that's enough.
Not to
Patriots
brag.
Love.
Yeah, no, I'm out. All right, Jake Gadon, CBS 13. Get some sleep, man.
Hey, thanks, guys. Congratulations on the new show, by the way.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Always
you, Jake.
rooting for both you guys. You guys are killing it in the morning, and best of luck moving forward. Can't wait to keep on joining you guys as the show grows.
I appreciate you, buddy. Take care.
Bye.
Jake Gadon, CBS 13, covers all the sports. Noted Patriots fan.
Shout out to whoever wakes up to join the show too, by the way.
Hey, seriously,
big
when
time,
he
yeah.
said,
Shout out.
So I said 8:00 because I figured, okay, that's late enough in the morning. I don't like doing guests in a final segment on a Friday. It's just a weird producer thing for me.
Yeah.
So all right, 8:00. 8:00 should be good. And Jake's like, now we can't ready. I figured that just meant like, yeah, I'm just kind of getting my day started. I haven't had my
Connecticut Jake
coffee
Gadon.
yet.
Yeah, he's a TV guy.
But no, he woke up early. He set an alarm to be awake
Hey,
for us.
Jake
A big
Gadon's
shout
good
out
with
to
us.
Jake, yeah, come on. Yeah, it might be, I can never tell when I have a feel for a game and when it's just me being prisoner of the moment. Like, I had such a good feel for the Chiefs-Buccaneers Super Bowl. Chiefs down there, Buccaneers awesome pass rush. Chiefs down their top 2 tackles. The Bucs are at home.
Yeah.
They got Tom Brady. They're winning this game. And I'm taking the under in the process because I don't think the Chiefs are going to be able to score. Nailed it. Was on it. Last year going in, Chiefs Eagles, I went, man, the Chiefs are it's gonna be a in case you forgot type of thing. They're gonna go in there. Jalen Hurts is not gonna be able to move the ball. And then it was just as wrong as could be. And I feel like I can't tell if I'm prisoner of the moment with Seattle in watching them dog walk the 49ers, in watching them twice, in watching them beat the Rams and control that game down the stretch and get the stop on 4th down, and then watching Sam Darnold walk down the field throwing the ball to put that game away. It's like, man, Seattle just seems like a buzzsaw right now.
They've been the best team in the league all year long.
Yes.
It's just that 4 interception game against the Rams just kind of scared everyone off. But
Yeah,
other than
with
that, if you
Darnold
take
there.
that game out, then yeah, they're the best team in the league all year.
It's kind of insane that he led the league in turnovers, and they're in the Super Bowl.
It's just
That's crazy.
He's just in a great system. They got a great team. I mean, that 4 interception game, they were in it till the very end. It wasn't
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, they got blown out.
Yeah.
I think this game's going to be a lot closer than people think. I've been kind of stuck on 21-17 for the Seahawks winning and all that, but we mentioned Kenneth Walker earlier when we were creating our lineup and things like that. But I guess getting out of there, New England's got the 4th best rushing defense in the league. Seattle's up there too, but I think New England's defense isn't getting enough credit going into this game that it should be. I think they're going to do well to limit Seattle. Like, Seattle's offense is good enough. Like I said, I think they'll get 3 scores here, but I think it's going to be a lot closer than people think because of New England's defense, where you're going to give Drake May and those guys a little bit of an opportunity in the 4th quarter. I think Ramondre Stevenson, he's not going to go for 100 or anything like that, but you get him into space, he'll be fine. Travion Henderson really hasn't, I think he ran for like 900 yards or something like that this season, but he's kind of boom or bust. I'm not really expecting much from him this game, but I think the defense is going to give him enough of an opportunity. I don't know if they're going to be able to take it or whatever, because I got Seattle winning, but I think it'll be a lot closer than people think.
The game script is what worries me, though. The Patriots are going to have an opportunity in the 4th quarter. Maybe not. Not if Seattle gets a turnover and scores to go ahead early, and then gets a stop, and then goes up 14-0. And now the pass rush gets to pin their ears back against a not great Patriots offensive line, and now they can't move the ball at all. Like what we watched with the 49ers. That's a little bit what I'm concerned about. Now, the Patriots have a significantly better defense than the 49ers.
That's the thing. I think I could see Sam Darnold probably turning the ball over a couple times here. Or maybe he does throw an interception to Christian Gonzalez, and that maybe Christian Barmore gets to the quarterback and forces a fumble. Like, I can't see turnovers here. I'm not saying he's going to have like a horrible game, but if you told me, yes, Sam Darnold had a couple interceptions or an interception and a sack fumble, like, okay, yeah, I can see that on big time.
It comes down to me, and this was something we talked about a lot with the 49ers all year, and one of the reasons that I couldn't buy into them as a Super Bowl contender is because at some point you just need to have the dudes. You need to have players execute. You need to have you need to win one-on-one matchups. And when you look across the board at Seattle's defense, and you look across the board at the Patriots offense, like, is Kayshon Boutte cooking? No, I don't think so. Is Kyle Williams cooking? I don't think so.
Stephon Diggs is there.
Yeah.
It's a vet.
But then you look at the other side, and you go, the Patriots are not great against number 1 wide receivers this year. It's Jackson Smith and Jigba. It's Cooper Kupp. AJ Barner's been really effective. Kenneth Walker has been a revelation. Sam Darnold's playing the best football of his career right now.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I think if you're trying to talk yourself into, one of these defenses is going to give this offense an opportunity, I think the Seahawks have a way better chance to take advantage of those opportunities.
Yeah, I know. I don't disagree with you either. It's like I got the Seahawks winning, and all that stuff. Is just, I think it's just gonna be close. I think this game's gonna be more defensive oriented than it is with the offenses. I think it's gonna be slow. I think, and we probably won't really start getting points till about second, third quarter, stuff like that.
Does it feel like there's not a lot of buzz around this?
Yes.
Super Bowl.
It's nothing right now. Like, I asked Jake the Tom Brady question. It feels like that was like one of the biggest stories going into the Super Bowl, is that Tom Brady didn't pick anyone. I don't know if the NFL.
I want to.
Go ahead.
I want to put a pin in this. I want to talk about this.
Yeah,
we got to step
break,
aside for a second. And I also got to give everybody our underdog lineup from earlier. But I think it comes down to laziness and the NBA trade deadline, but also laziness. And we can talk about that. But the big game is it's right around the corner. Like, you're coming up to it right around the corner. The big game is hanging out there. Watch out. Don't run into it. So on Underdog, I've got a bunch of lineups, and you should too. It's daily fantasy. You pick higher or lower on player stats, and you can make your picks. You can win money. It's that freaking easy. We opened the app. We went through it. We talked it over. Talk it over with your friends. Get them on the and you talk it over. You guys build a lineup. And then as you're watching the game, maybe you're one of those people going, I don't want the Seahawks or Patriots to win. I'm sick of the Patriots. I'm a Niner fan or a Rams fan or a Cardinals fan. I don't want to see the Seahawks win. I'm sick of the Seahawks. I want to see either team win. Well, you can win on Underdog. And we made this lineup earlier. Cooper Kupp higher than 2.5 first quarter receiving yards. We're trying for an early victory.
Yes.
All first quarter projections. 2.5 receiving yards for Cooper Kupp. Lower than half a receiving yard for George Halani. Who's that? It's the Seahawks backup quarterback. Jackson Smith-Njigba, higher than 17.5 first quarter receiving yards. And with that, Sam Darnold higher than 50.5 first quarter passing yards. Drake May lower than 45.5 first quarter passing yards. That's what we're rocking with. And I'm doing that as a max payout. I'm not doing the flex. With the flex, you can miss one or two and you can still get a little money back. With the max payout, can't miss any. So we got to be perfect. And I'm feeling like it. I'm feeling good about that one.
Yeah.
So write that down. Get on the Underdog app. Fill in your lineup. You can follow that one. You can make your own. Do both. What are you waiting for? Download the app today and use promo code KYLEM. That's KYLEM to score $75 in fantasy bonus entries when you play your first $5 on fantasy. That's promo code KYLEM. KYLEM. Underdog. Make picks. Win money. Must be 18 plus and present in California. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. Let's talk about the big game. I think we're being lazy about it in how we talk about football. We'll talk about that next. Jim Schwartz is gone.
Yeah, Tom Pelissero was being weird about it. Said he's walking away. Just say he's leaving the Browns, brother. But he's still under contract, though, so I guess he's not a free agent. He's just not coaching that team. Loki looks like he's just going to sit out for the year since he's still under contract, I guess. It's a lot of points, Filthy. I'm not sure he's going to get there, but I see the vision, I guess. Tyler, I don't really have a feel for where he can go. Maybe Houston can use a guard. Boston can use some scoring. I mean, maybe a contender that can just use some scoring right now. I think we know what Cam Thomas is, too. He's not someone... I don't think he's like really a starter or anything like that. He's a bucket off the bench. Lazy, I don't know if I have a go-to snack, but I'll probably pick up a pizza or something like that on Sunday. I'm a big candy guy, too, though. I'm going snacks. I'll grab some Sour Punch straws or something like that. Potentially rest. Have some options, so we'll see. I'm just kind of waiting to see what happens with Tatum. That's the season right there. Nah, Manny, he'll be in Modesto. I'll be at home. Yeah, I definitely take Cam Thomas off the bench in Boston. They traded away Anthony Simons. I know Vucevic brings in some scoring, but it's not the way that Anthony Simons does, so he'd be a good fit off the bench. It's true, Kieran, but Boston can never use enough scoring.
Welcome back to The Jump with Kyle Madsen and Jesse Tapia.
I'm Kyle. That's Jesse. Joe Brazil. Final segment of the week.
Final. Head into the weekend.
Kind of made it.
Well, I'll be here at 2:00, but yes.
Oh, I mean, yeah. The show's final segment.
Been a good week.
Yeah, it's been really strong.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody who's been hanging out with us this week. It's been awesome. We'll do a little goodbye thing in a bit. But we're talking about the Super Bowl.
Not going anywhere, too, by the way.
Huh?
So we're not necessarily going anywhere.
Yeah, no, just like, hey, thanks everybody.
Thanks for the first
support this
week.
This
Lock
has
in
been
for the rest
great.
of our lives.
Yeah, we're so dialed. Like, thank you so much. This has been great. The response has been amazing. We'll do all
do
that.
the whole radio. Yeah.
We're talking about buzz around the Super Bowl and how you feel like there's not a lot this year. I think that we have a problem talking about the NFL.
Do we have a problem talking about the NFL, or does the NFL have a problem with the way it markets its game? It's very quarterback oriented, and it's going to be tough to sell anyone on Sam Darnold versus Drake May.
But I think the NFL markets it that way because that's the direction that all the discussion goes. The discussion always goes to the quarterback. And this is we've talked about this a number of times. But I think it's just the easiest thing to when a team loses a game to go, oh, quarterback. Yep, it's on the quarterback. It's easy. Yep. Or when a team wins a game, goes, yep, wow, look at that quarterback. Look at what he did. But that's just not the sport at all. There are so many factors that go into it.
Yeah.
Like we talked about the Josh Allen. Josh Allen can't get over the hump. Even though he went on the road to Kansas City against the Prime Chiefs and scored a touchdown with 13 seconds left, threw a touchdown to Gabe Davis with 13 seconds left. That is supposed to get it done. And then the Chiefs went down. It was Patrick Mahomes with Tyreek Hill and with Travis Kelce, and it's Harrison Butker kicking the game-tying field goal. And then they get the ball in overtime. They win the coin toss, and they go down and they score a touchdown, and Josh Allen doesn't see the field again. And we're like, wow, Josh Allen can't get it done. Like, no, man, that's so lazy. That's not what happened at all. And so I think that's what this is. It is hard to go Drake May, Sam Darnold, who's fired up for it. But when you go, hey, these are two defenses that might stuff the opposing offense in a locker for 4 quarters, and we might get a really close-ass football game around a Bad Bunny concert.
Yeah. We're just in a different era, I think, because you're not even saying anything that's wrong. And like we'll talk about that. Kenneth Walker, Patriots' 4th best rush defense, things like that. Shout out to the chat house. They're tapped in for that. But I wonder if the general fan wants to hear that. If the general fan would get bored of insert NFL analysts talking about, oh, yeah, actually, it's not the quarterbacks or whatever. It's going to come down to the trenches. I wonder if we're just in a different era with how we consume just content and things like that, where it's just not. Just give me the fireworks.
I also think part of this is because you're right. I do think that average fan who taps in on Sundays.
Yeah. Like we talked about Christian Gonzalez earlier. The casual fan is not doing that.
Milton Williams is not moving the needle. It's a Patriots defensive line. But I also think that part of this is, like you said, it's a new era. Tom Brady was the story for 20 years.
Yeah, for 2 decades.
And if Tom Brady wasn't in the Super Bowl, it was like, wow, the guy who beat Tom Brady is in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And then Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady overlapped. And for the last 8 years, or 7 years or whatever it was, oh my God, Patrick Mahomes is in the Super Bowl. Or the team that beat Patrick Mahomes is in the Super Bowl.
We went from the greatest quarterback of all time dominating for 20 years to, oh my gosh, this is like one of the 10 greatest quarterbacks of all time next.
Yes, in the same era. Like, that's not supposed to happen.
No, it completely overlapped each other.
But I think if Seattle wins this year, and then they go in next year and they win 12 games, and they go to the Super Bowl again next year, I think there's buzz around it. Because now all of a sudden, oh man, you got a lot of people just rooting against the team because they don't want to see him go back-to-back. Or if Patrick Mahomes is back in it next year, it's the revival of the Chiefs. The Patrick Mahomes is back.
Yeah.
That's what I think the league needs. And right now, there are storylines in terms of what I was just talking about. Two defenses really good, but to your point, I think to the casual fan, it is more, or to the I shouldn't say the casual fan because that comes off as a negative, and I don't mean that.
To the general NFL fan.
To the general NFL fan who's like, yep, love sports, but man, it does not rule my life until game day. Right? Like I'm gonna lock in. Gavin from the Wake Up Call, huge Eagles fan, loves his Eagles, but he watches on Sundays and he's like, yeah, I couldn't name 5 players on the team. I just want to watch the Eagles uniform win on Sunday.
Yeah.
And then the game's going to end and I'm going to move on with my life. Like, I think there's a lot of people out there like that. And that sounds crazy to somebody listening to Sports Talk Radio on February 6th, but I think that's a lot of the general public. And I think for the general public, in terms of storylines to sink your teeth into, I just don't think it's there.
No, you really have to get like into not the depths, because it makes it seem like there's nothing there, but like if you want to like get into the storylines, all right, we got to talk about football then. It's not just,
I agree.
Football goes far because Sam Darnold threw it or blah, blah, blah.
And we always, the storyline, quote unquote, is almost always a villain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's almost always people want to hate. People want to root against something.
There's no one to hate here at all.
There's not.
Mike Vrabel is cool.
Let me back up. I hate the Seahawks.
Well, that's different.
I want to see. I think the Seahawks are going to win. I want to see them lose so bad.
Yeah. Well, yeah, for insert like rival fans, sure, but just again, for the general, the general story is like, no, Mike Vrabel was cool. Like Drake May, like he's had an incredible season for a second-year player.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold, like, wow, congratulations to you. You finally figured it out. And then the Seahawks have just been dominant all year long. It's like, yeah, they're all awesome.
Yeah. Does Bengals fan care about this game from a storyline standpoint? Probably not.
Nah.
Not from a hate standpoint. And so
the only hate thing you can really draw up is like, oh, the Patriots are back in here. They never stop winning, blah, blah, blah. But it's also, I don't know if that's really
the same for the Seahawks though.
Yeah, but the Patriots did it for like 2 decades.
Sure.
And there's kind of the evil empire there aspect of it. But I don't even know if that's really a big storyline. I don't even know if people are like hating the Patriots because of that. Like they've seen it, but it's not really like a big thing.
If this was Bill Belichick with a completely different roster, I think the hate would be there.
That's a good point. Yeah.
If Bill Belichick brought this exact roster to the Super Bowl, there would be a lot of like, oh my God, just beat Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
But there's not, like, Drake May's in his second year. They won 4 games last year. They won 8 games the last 2 years. I'm not going to hate on the Patriots. If you're not a 49er fan or an NFC West fan, the Seahawks are an incredible story. Mike McDonald, 2 years, they've turned this thing around. Sam Darnold won 14 games again, and this time he got over the hump. He did it. He made it to the Super Bowl. Their defense is awesome. They're flying around. They're super fun to watch.
I get paid after this game, too.
Is his contract up?
He's got another year after this, but there's an out after that. So you might just tear that up and be like, yeah, let me go ahead and get a big money deal after I just won you a Super Bowl. You want some security going into it, but we'll see. He could very well throw 3 picks and be like, yeah, I don't know.
If Sam Darnold wins the Super Bowl,
you have to pay him.
Are you putting him top of You're putting him above Dak Prescott?
No.
Are you putting him in
Brock Purdy
range?
I think you got
about 53 a year.
Yeah, you have to. Like Trevor Lawrence, he's right there.
Okay. I think I agree, but stand by, because we say Brock Purdy range. What Sam Darnold is going to tell you, again, we're assuming Sam Darnold wins the Super Bowl in this scenario. You're going to say Brock Purdy range, and he's going to go, I'm sorry, Tua range?
Hey, that's not... Relax, Sam. Relax. That was their mistake.
Tua makes 53.1 annually.
Yes,
got 93.1 guaranteed. Can he go to Jordan Love 55? Jordan Love, Trevor Lawrence,
That's
Josh Allen 55 a year. None of those guys won a
Trevor
Super Bowl.
Lawrence is 55.
Trevor Lawrence, Jordan Love, Josh Allen, all 50. Joe Burrow also 55.
That's the ceiling right there. I can do 55. I don't love it, but
Okay, now let
we
me
just
ask
won a
you
Super
this.
Bowl.
Okay,
Like,
now let
like,
me-
also,
okay.
real quick. Like, how can I not pay him that and kind of be like, oh yeah, let's just do what the Vikings did and see what the Vikings just went through this season.
That's a great point.
Like, let
That's
me
a good
lock
point.
let me lock up my quarterback. I know I can win with it. I know I can win a Super Bowl with this guy. Like, just let me lock up my quarterback.
But if you're Seattle, do you do you at least have to consider, hey, this defense is sick. Can we keep this group together and find a Baker Mayfield?
The Vikings just did that.
Yeah, but that was the Vikings. This is
No,
different.
don't
This
do
is
that.
different.
No, you're not different. We're all the same. We're all dummies here. All right. It's finally here. Sign him and keep it moving.
Yeah, when you have a quarterback you think you can win the Super Bowl with,
Mhm.
you have to pay that person.
Yeah, well, because like I said, I want to keep bringing up the Vikings, but they thought, hey, our
Yeah.
system works. JJ McCarthy is like, oh no, we don't even know if he's good. We don't know if he's bad, but who knows? And now we got Justin Jefferson trade rumors.
The worst part about that is they could have just franchise tagged Sam Darnold and made it a 1-year thing.
Yeah,
Like they could have just kicked the can down the road.
and then you realize, oh
been
no, like
fine.
he's good. Like,
Oof.
yeah, when you have a quarterback, sign him, and don't let him.
Now I do think, and this is the bubble I was waiting to pop, and I think we've seen it. It's no longer the next quarterback to get paid gets paid the most.
Yeah, no,
And that's the right thing. Shout out to the Cowboys for messing that up and paying Dak 60.
insane. Dak is good, by the way. I mean,
Dak, good player.
if the Cowboys,
Good player
if
for
the
sure.
Cowboys had a defense and we're in the playoffs, Dak very well might have been in MVP conversations.
Yeah,
But
totally.
yeah, 60 million is still insane.
You had a question about the 49ers with the Seahawks and Rams.
Yes.
And that's weird. I just brought up Gavin from
The
the
wake-up
wake-up
call?
call, and he just texted me.
Is he listening to the show?
I don't know.
Pretend he is, just for the sake
I'm
of
gonna-
content and people thinking that other people around the building listen to our show. So yes,
Should
he was
I say-
listening.
Should I say, yeah, did you hear me talking about you?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm going to say.
There you go.
Hang on. Talking about you. What are the odds that Gavin doesn't know that we do a morning show?
Oh, they're high.
Even though I
They're
sent out a mass email to everybody.
I think people just last year, Dylan and Casey, we've been on the air for about 6 years now. I think people just last year, like, oh yeah, no, like all the time. There was times people went up to Dylan like, hey, what do you do here?
That's tough because it's been 6 years of that show.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the odds are high right now for ours.
He definitely doesn't know. He's definitely
He
asking
knows.
to. He doesn't.
He
I
doesn't
don't
know-
think he does.
He knows we
He
have a
wouldn't ask
show.
if I was here.
Oh, is that what he asked?
Yeah, he said, "Are you here?"
Oh, that's tough. That's tough.
So
Be like, yeah, bro, I'm doing
like,
a
yeah,
show
man,
right
I've
now.
been here
Yeah.
actually.
Like and subscribe, please.
Studio One live, next enabled. He can see that from his office. Tell him to take a look at the TV.
Yeah, great point.
Yeah, he can see that we're live.
Like, yeah, man.
Maybe
I'm
he's
here.
double checking. He's just being thorough.
Hang on.
He's
Could you
like,
help
"Oh."
me with something quickly, brother? I'm on air.
Oh, that
Oh
is
yeah, he has
so
no
funny.
clue. He has no clue. Oh my gosh. It's all good.
Cool. Hey, the jump 7 to 9 a.m.
Gavin's big time, bro. They don't worry about us.
You know what? And that's why if that was a
Hey,
salesperson,
cut that
I'd be a
segment we
little
were
bummed.
talking about him from the podcast, though.
I'd be a little bummed if it was a salesperson that was like, "Hey, are you here?"
No, that'd be really bad.
Like, dang.
Yeah,
I
that'd be
sent
really
out an
bad.
email. I did a presentation at a sales meeting. Like, oh, that's tough.
Well, could
But
you
it's
name
Gavin's big time. That's the longest running morning show in this market.
everyone's time slots that they work here for the on-air people?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
100%.
So could I.
Yeah, it's easy work.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely could do that too.
Whose,
But
whose morning's on the Eagle?
oh, just in case.
Who's
That's my guy right there.
Ken Anthony's in the evenings.
Yeah. I know. You don't have to quiz me.
Okay.
I told you I got it.
All right. I couldn't tell if you were being sarcastic.
Who comes on after Abe on 98 Rock?
Mickey.
Okay.
Mickey at night.
Yeah, go take a lap, Joe.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Fence
take
and
a
back,
lap.
pal.
Complex's office and back.
I'm gonna do a 40-yard dash eventually one day in here. We've talked about it before. We just gotta move some stuff. It's
Yo,
gonna be
you can do a
tough.
40-yard dash right now.
It's
I told Gavin we were talking about him on air.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Ah,
Text him. It wasn't great.
it's going to be fun.
All right. What were we talking about though?
The 49ers.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be tough look. And I say this as a person who is I'm a like Kyle Shanahan person. I believe Kyle Shanahan can win a Super Bowl. I think Kyle Shanahan is a very good coach.
Yeah, he's one of the 5 best coaches in the league right now.
Yes.
If not the 3 best.
But it is a tough look if the Seahawks win this Super Bowl. And since Kyle Shanahan has been hired, the Rams have won a Super Bowl. The Seahawks have won a Super Bowl. They've both gone through like little mini rebuilds.
Yeah.
Since Kyle Shanahan has been hired. Like the
Rams won a Super Bowl, won 6 games in a season, and then came back, and they're great again.
Yes, and they've been to the NFC title game 2 years in a row. No, I'm sorry, they lost in the divisional round last year, but they're very good. They almost beat the Eagles in Philly last year. That would be tough, and I don't mean immediately, but next year, hey man, we talk about this with the Kings. Like, all right, hey, this is the path you took. You have to hit this draft pick. For the 49ers, you have to go A, back to the playoffs, and B, be a Super Bowl contender next year.
You need to make that move this year.
Yes.
Like that, the move,
yes.
Not like the Deion Sanders move in the 90s or just whatever else you want to pick from whatever other team. You need to make the move that puts you back up into being a contender. Because right now you are a level below the Rams and Seahawks, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't think they're far away.
No, they're still a wild card level team, I think, as is, but that's just not that's not going to set you apart or put you with the elites right now.
They cannot go into next season. I understood it this offseason.
Yeah.
Jettison the veterans who are not producing at the level that they're being paid. You wanted to take some of that money. You wanted to save it. You wanted to put yourself in a better financial position moving forward, a better salary cap position moving forward. Got it. 2 thumbs up. You wanted to spend a bunch of draft capital to add depth and to restock the cupboard from a talent perspective. Cool. Got it. This year can't be another, okay, we're going to draft guys. We're going to play some young guys and hope they can help us by the time the playoffs roll around. Like, no, you need to, from day one, you need to hit the gas and go.
Well, yeah, because
Maxx Crosby available, go get him.
Well, yeah, and looking at it, like, you didn't expect to be this good, and it's kind of in hindsight, so it's not a knock on them or whatever. It's like, maybe if you did make a deal at the trade deadline, who knows what that would have did for you this season. But
another deal at the trade deadline.
Another deadline. Yeah, another deal, excuse me. But just knowing that and knowing where your floor is right now, it's like, yeah, go ahead and go take that next.
Yes.
Go get the next CMC that you did a few years ago.
You are
not running back necessarily, but just that top player.
I think they are a big swing away from being in that conversation. Yeah. If they added Justin Jefferson in a trade,
we're talking Super Bowl
We're
contenders.
talking about the 49ers being a Super Bowl contender going into the year. They are 1 star piece away. No, they need other things to go right. Real quick. They need other things to go right. They need to make the right free agency moves. They need to draft well still. Like, all of that is still in play.
Yeah.
But it cannot be another year of, yeah, well, we're going to take the young guys. We're going to let them play. We're going to see, like, no, you need to know. Because if the Seahawks win the Super Bowl and the Rams have won a Super Bowl already, they're both going to be really good again next year. You're going to do nothing but fall behind if you don't try and get ahead.
Matt Stafford already said yesterday he's going to be back next season, so the Rams are going to be around.
Yeah.
But I think
no one's going anywhere.
I think they know they need to make that move to this offseason.
I do too.
So I think they will. I don't know what it's going to be or who it's going to be, but they do have options, I feel.
Well, and especially with the Brandon Ayuk situation and getting off of that money, you have a ton of cap space.
Yep.
They're going to have the room. Brock Purdy's the big numbers on Brock Purdy's extension aren't going to kick in yet. You don't have anybody who's up for like a big, massive extension. Like, you're good. You can go. And you need to. And if you don't, then that is where, if they're going to do the Kings thing, if the 49ers are going to do it, pull a Kings and make me play the patience game, I'm out. You're too close.
Yeah, there's no reason to play the patience game. Like you said, you're right there.
The Kings playing the patience game is fine. Mm-hmm. That's not, I mean,
it's not our favorite, but you understand it.
Yes, I understand. The logic.
You understand it, yes.
You don't get to play the patience game when you're a big move away from being a Super Bowl contender.
No, yeah, that's every reason to go for it. That's why you're here. I know. Yes. I wouldn't understand playing the patience game. Like, oh yeah, we'll see what Ricky Pearsall looks again or whatever. But yeah, no, that wouldn't make sense. But we'll see. Maybe it's a George Pickens. Maybe it's Justin Jefferson. Maybe it's Maxx Crosby. Jay Glazer was talking about that the other day.
I think if Maxx Crosby comes available, which it sounds like that relationship is heading toward a divorce.
If Jay Glazer says it, then I'm just going to that's what's happening.
When Jay Glazer says it, especially the way he said it, mm-hmm. where the person asked him, if you missed it, Yahoo Sports Daily asked Jay Glazer, do you think Maxx Crosby's time with the Raiders is over, and he just went, I do.
He doesn't do the content game. Like when he's got a scoop, it's because he has something concrete and he's gonna tell you what it is.
Yes.
He's never gonna be. He might be first, but that's never been his game. So if Jake Ledger says it, yeah, I'm gonna believe it.
Yeah. If that's available, use your first round pick to go get. Use a first round pick next year too to go get Maxx Crosby.
He did mention in there as well that they could net a return higher than what the Cowboys got for Micah Parsons.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Yeah,
because the Cowboys bungled that. If the Cowboys had made Micah Parsons available before the draft, I think it would have been a lot different. But they made him available a week before the season started. Would you give up two firsts and a third for Maxx Crosby? Yes, without question. And then I'm signing him to an extension because that is a game-changing move. That makes it so if Nick Bosa does get hurt, your pass rush is not all of a sudden a disaster.
You might be bringing in someone better than Nick Bosa.
You might be bringing in a better player.
Not might be. I'd say Maxx Crosby better than Nick Bosa right now.
That's fine.
Yeah. I'm sure make a take.
I'm not gonna. We don't
have to argue about it. Yeah.
You're bringing in a player who's as good or better. He's certainly not worse. To bookend, and now what does that do for Mykel Williams? What does that do for Bryce Huff? If assuming you're keeping Bryce Huff, what does that do for the rest of the interior of your defensive line? Like that is a game-changing move on the defensive side of the football.
Makes fixing every secondary a lot easier too.
Makes it way easier.
You got Fred Warner there behind him. I mean, you got the two guys on the defensive line just tearing it up. Yeah, it's going to give all the DBs all the time in the world. And that is where you have to take that swing this year, because if they do that, now we're talking about, oh man, maybe if their offense does sputter against the Seahawks, maybe they can duke out a 13-10 game. Well, that would mean they get in the end zone. Hang on. Maybe they can duke out a 12-9 game. It's 4 field goals. Yeah. If you didn't know. It's math on the jump. But again, when we talk about him being far away, that's in theory. But what do they do with the running back spot alongside Christian McCaffrey next year? Because you can't bank on a 30-year-old who just had 412 touches. Yeah, it's kind of crazy that he made it through this entire season the way that he did. It's like, all right, maybe let's not do that again, though. That's a huge gamble. Yeah. So you got to figure out wide receiver. Juwan Jennings is a free agent. Brandon Ayuk's gone. Ricky Pearsall can't stay on the field. That is another position that you have to figure out if you're going to compete with the Rams and the Seahawks. Yeah. Also, real quick, I love this for the Raiders too, by the way. The fact that they're going this way. Me too. Yeah. It's the right thing to do. Yeah, exactly. Shout out to the Raiders, man. If you can get a couple first-round picks, you got clink to it. It'd be really, really high-level move for the Raiders. All right. We're done for the week. Thank you, everybody, so much for supporting this show this week. The turnout has been incredible, even more than we hoped and imagined. Thank you all so much for listening. We're going to be live Monday through Friday, 7 to 9 a.m. Moving forward. Yeah, lock in. Set your alarms. Be here. 1320. Yeah. Thank you so much to everybody. Thank you so much, Joe, helping us out. He's going to be in here regularly with us. Super fired up for that. Super fired up for you, dog. You worked super hard, and we appreciate you.
Appreciate you guys.
Jesse, same there. We got to get out of here. We're the Jump. Jump Rewind at noon. D'Lo and KC at 2. Our good buddy and coworker, Rich Eisen, with the Rich Eisen Show next on ESPN 1320, Sacramento Sports Leader. Everybody have a great weekend. Drink water. Be nice, people. Shout out to the chat house. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, man. Absolutely.
It was a great week back, guys. I appreciate you, Chatty House. I appreciate you guys. And I'll be doing this Tuesday through Friday. So
shout out, Joe.
I'll see you guys on Tuesday.
Chatty House, are we going with jumpers? Are we the jumpers?
Okay, so
what is the name?
I don't think it can be jumpers.
Okay. Yeah.
Like that's so. Just
yeah. We're just
there's like that's what they call a sweater in Britain.
Yeah. Jumpsuit.
But also like there's some really
Tyler Jennings says
some super dark.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Jumpsters, that's like Teamsters.
Jumpmen?
The bouncers?
The Jumpmen?
I like Jumpmen. That's not bad.
Jumpmen's not bad. Okay.
Maybe Jumpmen.
Jumpmen?
We'll work on it. We'll workshop it. Either way, I'm going to go take a nap.
Decided. All right. Everybody, have a great weekend. Enjoy D'Lo and KC, and we'll see you next week. Appreciate y'all.